you see, as much as it makes sense to talk about what is Europe going to do, what is Europe not going to do, at the end of the day, and we all know this, ultimately the carbon profile on this planet is determined by two large economies, the United States of America and China. The increase in carbon emission is almost entirely the result of China relying very heavily on coal-fired power plants to cover its increasing needs for power. So if we collectively, companies and regulators, want to do something meaningful to reduce carbon emissions, let us help to develop technologies and commercial processes which ultimately help China to reduce its dependency on coal, and let's introduce alternative fuels, in particular natural gas as a very clean fuel, to the Chinese economy. If we successfully do this, I think we have done more for reducing carbon emissions than further increasing the percentage of renewables in Europe, or having a 5-year debate in the European Parliament about perhaps doing 20 fracking jobs somewhere in England or somewhere else in Europe. And I think that goes back to the fundamental thought, what can Europe contribute? We can contribute innovation and technology, believe it or not, in spite of the, let's say, not very clearly defined position of Europe in that particular matter. Many geographies and countries are looking at us as a source of technology and sound, sensible regulation because they want to tap the resources they have in their country. They have to. But they also want to do this with the smallest environmental footprint possible. So in this regard, I think Europe really carries a lot of responsibility. Other countries, other geographies are looking at us. We have to provide that input. And quite frankly, the question how many wells we're going to drill and frack in Europe over the next 10 years may not be as relevant as we sometimes tend to believe.